faculty, today's guests are Mr. Deshmukh. Professor Deshmukh is a native of Chikmagalur, got his basic degree in natural science and 2 post-graduations, one in English and other education from Bangalore University. Later he obtained 3 postgraduate diplomas, education research, MS University Baroda, educational management, then and education, vocational guidance, NCERT, New Delhi, as a regular full-time student. He started his professional career as a lecturer in B.Ed College in Bangalore and moved on to NCERT, New Delhi. He did research in the area of micro-teaching, teacher development and evaluation in school education in the capacity of UGC research fellow. He has participated and presented papers at international level and national and regional seminars and workshops on school education held in different universities and cities across India. He has many publications to his credit. He has been the principal of many reputed secondary schools in deputation. He retired as professor in education. Till recently, he was the professor of Oxford College of Education, Bangalore. He is the academic director of reputed ICSE and CBSE schools in South Bangalore and managing committee member of several popular schools. He has been striving hard for the growth of quality in school from past 44 years and continues firmly in his endeavor. Professor Deshmukh is associated with the management of schools and colleges. His areas of attention in the field of school education are academic audit of schools, follow-up of staff education, induction programs, classroom observation of teaching, learning activities, teacher performance and evaluation, tools and techniques, educational management. Today, he is going to talk about the TQM in education area. Now, with this, I request Mr. Balasubramanian to welcome Mr. Deshmukh. So, the another faculty today, Mr. Vishwanath. His extensive hands-on industry as well as academic experience of over 30 years in marketing domain. He has handled national brands like Reliance and HMT. He is currently directing executive management programs at Prudent Executive Management Institute, PEMI. Academics he holds master's degree in marketing management and he has bachelor degree in engineering as well as in pure science from Bangalore University. He has deep interest in enhancing quality of education right from Montessori to G level. He is a consultant for many startup companies. His interests are career guidance for young executives, entrepreneurship development, empower the disabled to gain employment, advisor of modern organization, and trekking and mountaineering and networking. Now, with this, we welcome him. I request Mr. M.E. Prakash to come forward to do a bouquet with all. Thank you, sir. Now we request both Professor Deshmukh and Professor Vishwanath to take over the charge in talking about TQM in the education system. Please, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. I am here to place before you 2 important documents of the central government. Document number 1 is about school education. Document number 2 is about higher education. These 2 documents, they are related to 21st century educational world. I always feel our students who are the customers for us, and as long as we produce quality students, they are very important for our industry. In other words, I would say that institutional output is equal to industrial input. your input is very important from TQM point of view. We have to come out with our output in such a manner they are exposed to TQM and they have internalized it. From that angle, here and here, this is the central government report, latest report on quality. Here they use the word quality, but then they never use the word TQM, total quality. It's only in isolation. As we speak about islands of excellence, definitely islands of excellence in a polluted ocean. This is very much true as far as the Indian education is concerned. In this context, there is an absolute need to look into the application of TQM in our Indian schools and colleges. This is all about school report. And here I have a national seminar on higher education for 21st century. The entire century was taken into consideration. And here again, I had not come across, and of course I was also one of those people who were interested in this. And my presentation was mainly on creating appropriate environment for learners in higher education. And when we think of learners who are the customers for us, we must think of appropriate environment. There also, only that article is there, but otherwise there is nothing about TQM here. There is a great need to talk about TQM in schools and colleges today. In this context, today we felt, myself and Professor Vishwanath, we felt, we should do something wherein you are all industry masters as far as TQM is concerned. You will be of great help to us to understand, to imbibe and incorporate all those TQM components as Deming says. How best we can incorporate in our school education, college education and make this a successful medium, I would call it, for running the schools and colleges. With this, I request my friend Professor Vishwanath to take over and come on the slides.
Good evening to one and all. It was a pleasant surprise for me when Professor Deshmukh told that he is going to talk on TQM and such important things for education sector. See here, I
am very passionate about TQM. Very passionate.
More than that, to give a brief background about myself in a different perspective, I graduated in science in pure science, 1977, and then I did my engineering, and then joined HMT in the year 1981, and we had a long stretch of 20 years in a company like HMT, which was known at that time for quality of watches and products and all these things. So we were somehow in that environment where quality was in the ambience. But when I came to real life situations, I found that the education what we are getting is not getting translated into industry's requirement. When you come to industry, it's a different requirement. In colleges and schools, we study entirely differently. So then this thought was lingering on my mind for quite some time. And then when I got an opportunity to start an executive MBA course, I wanted to implement all the thoughts which we had acquired in industry and implement it in a real life situation for education. But school education is not my forte because that requires different inputs. But at executive education, we have got some liberty to tune the system according to our requirement. Then I started my own educational institution, basically to implement the quality concepts in real time. That was my passion, and I am very happy that we could at least translate some of the thoughts into action. That's where the proof of the pudding is in eating, they say. So I did it. And then similarly, I wanted to associate with an organization called Roots Knowledge Center, of which Deshmukh is also associated. Then I got an opportunity to involve in Montessori education. Montessori education, it starts from 2.5 years to 6 years. Then high school, now post-graduation. So all this bandwidth has given me some sort of a insight into our what is happening in our educational institutions, where we have to go, what are the gaps we are facing. So this is always troubling in me. Now I want to share some of our common thoughts amongst the people who are every day doing quality, related issues and seminars. Our objective is to throw up our suggestions in front of you and have some sort of a discussion to see whether we are on the right track or not. So we want your inputs so that we can take this as a movement further. It is not a talk in itself. It should not end in talk only. It should go as a further scope should be there to improve that. Fine? So the presentation will be hardly 20 minutes because we are confined into important points. But we want more interaction from people like you to get more value from the presentation. So can you help me with this?
Please.
No problem.
Or wise.
No problem. I am able to hear. I am comfortable here.
See, everybody is concerned about quality. So we thought, see, what is quality is the main question. When we talk to lay people, it's difficult to communicate what is quality, and all of you, I think, support me, correct? It's so elusive concept, and then somehow we could get some few quotations which will suit to our discussions as far as the quality is concerned. So one of the things which we come across is that quality is never an accident. It's always a result of intelligent effort. It is the will to produce a superior thing. John Ruskin. Fine?
Do you agree? Let's discuss.
Then it requires a quality experience to create an independent learner. Myron Tribus. How many of you have heard of Myron Tribus? I presume that you do. You have not heard, because most of you, I believe, you are all from industry approach. But this person has done fundamental work in United States for applying TQM in US education system. So he has done wonderful work, and he is some sort of a motivation for us. So he is the one person who we want to remember at this point of time. And UNESCO organization has given a dictum that education enables creation of a learning society. Here we are talking about the entire society. We are not talking about industry or a product or a Six Sigma or no Kaizen. We are talking of entire society. So this is where we want to bring the quality concept into our discussion. Next.
And we consider education institution as a miniature society.
So the substance, the main gist of our presentation is a concept formulated by Total Quality Management by W. Edwards Deming have been explored as a basis for achieving excellence in school activities. I don't know how many talks has happened in QCFI regarding education. Condition, how many talks have happened?
Not many, here and there.
So mostly it will be like industry orientation.
Yes. But now many schools are coming forward for this one, to talk about education and quality of education and so on and so forth.
Quality of education is a separate entity, TQM is separate.
It is okay. The quality of education and also improving the education system. That is also there.
Yeah.
No, that we are happy.
Some deemed universities are also talking about it.
Some standardization has been tried out.
Yeah.
For example,
Like CBSE, for example.
So, the main motivation for us is that schools, schooling has to be addressed properly. Deemed universities, because they know, but the grassroots level we are concerned. So, Professor Deshmukh has worked in schooling system, so we want to support him in his endeavor to bring quality into the schools. And then this presentation can be an opportunity to conceptualize a systematic change to improve the schools basically. And we would like to discuss Deming's 14 TQM principles in the context of Indian education. We have taken so many things like 5As or Kaizen and all these things. But we thought these 14 principles give us a better perspective to juxtapose school and implementation of the principles. So Deming's principles we have taken as a basis to start our discussion. It is not the ending. So objective of the presentation, as we already know, that how to translate this Deming's 14 principles into school context. So this is the main theme of our presentation. We have taken two important definitions. One is, what do we mean by TQM in school? We mean TQM in school is a learning and working to bring about a comprehensive systemic improvement in an institution. And what is school? School has been, definition of school has been widened here. It is not like any primary or secondary. In our context, school, it is a core terminus to education at all levels. Primary, secondary and higher education. It denotes any formal education institution. So we have our canvas is quite well spread on this discussion. So why we have taken TQM in the context of school quality improvement? Because this is where we are finding the gaps. The main challenge for successful TQM implementation will be how to gain support of everyone in the chain of supervision. These are all Deming's ideas. Now we are just reiterating again for the benefit of people. Identify your customers. This is the biggest challenge I feel. Whether it's marketing or quality or QCFI, whole problem is who is my customer. So we should know who is my customer. Focus on refining the process, which is a never-ending job. And use Deming's 14 points as a guide and a checklist during the implementation efforts. We should have a lodestone, like a compass, which direction we have to go. We have chosen Deming. So the final result will be more efficient operations and a teamwork attitude rather than us versus them. Usually when we see the evolution of a child, children are so happy to go to kindergarten, schools, they'll be enthusiastic to go to school, but the same enthusiasm is not prevalent subsequent years. They think it's a drudgery, because initially they expect more from the school, but afterwards their enthusiasm will dwindling over a period of time. That means the joy of learning which they have seen in the initial stages has somehow evaporated.
And the duration of learning is very high. About 15 years of learning it goes on from KG to 12th standard. 12 plus 3. That's all major schooling.
Imagine
then everywhere 2-3 years only. Graduation 3 years, master's degree 2 years. So it gets broken down. The continuity is lost. But the greatest continuity is 15 years of one single institutional learning activity.
So imagine the challenge in front of an organization which talks about satisfied customer. Correct? It's not like buying a bike or buying a telephone, whether the quality is good or bad. It's not like that. We are dealing with the mind of a person, and we have the challenge is to motivate the person and sustain his learning curiosity over long periods of association. I think that gives a big shock to all of us. What is the level we should be working? The question is, are we committing that much? Correct, sir? Need is there, but are we committing? That is the whole question we want to raise in front of people. So, this us versus them. Students feel teachers are on the opposite side. Teacher says students are not working. Students say teachers are not motivated. So, this us versus they syndrome has to
And
be.
even management comes, they say, teachers are not very audience.
So students, many times they are not serious.
Yes.
But they are the customers.
No, here we are talking we assume that our product of education is the student, is the society. Inherently as a child he is curious, but somewhere along the path we have messed up something. Agree? So let us discuss this interesting problem. Next. So what is that we expect at the end of the day? After all this effort of schooling, college education, which start from the schooling, what is the outcome we are expecting? A society concerned for tomorrow's generation and their higher education and employment. Each person is giving a semi-finished product to the next level, school to high school to PUC to degree. So they are giving this upward movement, supply chain. But are we concerned about the quality? That's the big question. School education is the basic tool to transform the society by elevating knowledge, attitude and skills of younger generation in order to make them socially useful, productive citizens of India and the world. So we are expanding our horizon to the entire world. Hence, it is imperative to strengthen it. I think there is no two opinions regarding it. Correct? Now we are all citizens of the world. After the internet, the whole world has become a flat world. Wherever you are connected to anyone. So enable decision making by the government, boards of education and teachers in curriculum development. These include how to inculcate a growth mindset, as you told now. It's a student who should come out with a challenge. I want to grow. Unless that is tickled, teacher can't do anything. So that's a growth mindset. Focus on technology applications in teaching and testing. Nowadays, all the competitive examinations are going for magnetic coding. So something, we have to do something to remove the laborious evaluation. Emphasis on real life skills because they have to survive in the midst of an evolving society. Design a syllabus in languages, core subjects, computers, physical education, cultural studies across India for the 21st century. Now in this context, CBSE is made uniform.
We are different things.
State syllabus and CBSE syllabus has been merged now.
CBSE, anywhere we can go and study. Same thing will work.
We have 6 curriculum in India. CBSE, ICSE, State and NIOS, IB, IGCSE. 6 type. There is a need for bringing this kind of homogeneity.
So,
uniformity.
and this we are talking at the basic level,
Huh.
not specialization.
Imagine the mind of a person at the end of the... We can't blame student. The blame is on the system. So as Deming says, improve the system. Correct? It's a system on which we have to work, not the product. If the system is good, output should be...
A student of class 11 will have variety of the class fellows from different curriculum. He will come and join my first PU. But his friends will be in different courses. ICSE, CBSE, State, IBCSE, IB, NIOS, all are here with me.
So that is the major problem for faculty also. Imagine this position. Correct? So these are the things which we want at the end of the day. The school boards must realize that they are the owners of implementing PQM. Because unless, as the professor has demonstrated, they are not even touching the important subjects. We are just exposing the gaps. Once we know the gaps, only we can fill the gaps. Correct? Next. So what, any remedy will assume some assumptions. Because if the assumptions are wrong, the remedy will be definitely wrong. So we wanted to very crystal clear what are our assumptions. Fine. Basic assumption is, basic feature of an ideal education program is to inculcate a high degree of responsibility among students to manage and assess their own learning. Teacher serves as a facilitator. This is the total paradigm shift we are talking. This is our assumption. If Deming's 14 principles has to be of any relevance, this is the first assumption we are telling, that make the student manage and access their own learning. That means give instantaneous feedback to the student. Don't wait year end. Don't wait semester end. Prepare tools so that he has got instantaneous feedback. The job of this teacher is to facilitate. Fine? It is not chalk and talk. I talk, you listen. This is the first assumption. Second, conceiving challenging projects by students to develop and demonstrate learning and generate competency among teachers. To help students, if possible, since only blossomed mind can interact with the blossoming mind. This is a very cliche. Blossomed mind can only interact with the blossoming mind. So the teachers has to be upgraded. That is the second. Because it
is important.
we cannot belittle that thing, because we always replicate. How we have received, we will give it back. So now we know where the problem lies. One way the student should have responsibility. Other way teachers also should be blossoming always.
Appropriate facilitation.
Second assumption. And then the framework for DPM in education is based on the assumption that, most important, people want to do their best, and that it's management's job to enable them to do so by constantly improving the system in which they work. Agree?
Environment.
So everybody wants to do their best. Who wants to fail? Nobody comes with the intention to be a poor teacher or a poor student. But where is the problem? Let us look into the details. The story is just starting now. Okay? So let us take that 14 principles and see what Deming must have done a lot of fundamental work. So based on his vast experience, he has given some cliches, statements. Now we will see the statement and compare with our observation in the context of school education, so that we can juxtapose. One is industry and generalization, another is school context. Fine? First, create a constancy of purpose for improvement of product and service. Constancy of purpose is the fundamental constancy. Now, the purpose of school system must be clearly shared by all stakeholders. In a school, so many people interfere. You must have seen, everybody wants to talk about education. Everybody has got free suggestion for education. How school should be run, correct? How syllabus should be formed, how exams should be conducted. So, it's a free for all for everyone to give suggestions, like how to run a government. But imagine who are all playing a vital role. School board members, correct? ICSE, CBSE, they are the first. They are having the full control. Unless they change, nothing can change.
Exam board.
Then we have administrators, government bodies, correct? Then we have teachers, we have support staff. I think these people are playing an important role nowadays, because more than the school, it is supporting activities which are creating problems, like canteen, food served in the school, and then transport, physical education. So these are the things which are creating more issues nowadays than teacher and a talk. As recently you must have seen a lot of newspaper reports. The parental anxiety is more about not teaching and learning, safety. So that's where total quality concept comes into picture. It is not only textbook quality. The total environment of the school we are going to address.
So nowadays what has happened, as I have observed, we have got VOs, DDPAs and commissioners
who do not know anything about education. Commissioners, there are IAS, they are from revenue department or from XY commercial department. He comes to education as an educational commissioner. He doesn't know. And a large number of DEOs, they are professionals, just like KPSC exams. Anybody can be placed as a Tahsildar or a DEO. That's one side of the coin in the government sector. In the private sector, what has happened? Anybody who has made a lot of money, black money, cobbler, he has made money, barber has made money, carpenter has made money. He starts a school and he is called educationalist because he is the owner of the school. So anybody who has the money, real estate people, contractors, I have seen lot number of people. The other day, one kerosene maroru. Sir, ನಾನು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನೇ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೀಡರು ಸರ್ ಕೆರೋಸಿನ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಬರಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಕಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಓನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್.
We how to bring quality into such mindset. The question is that let us have best things from him, but the question is how he is going to contribute to the quality and how to mold him for quality. Our job is to mold people, not to. So support staff, parents, community and students, all they are stakeholders in education. In factory they have workers, shareholders, managers, so many people come in together to produce a good quality product. Here, see the cross section. While students, this is very important. Student, here we have bracketed customer, it's very difficult to call a student a customer. Agree? He is a bonded customer, he is not volunteer to study. It is the parents who have put him in the school. So he is bounded person. So a parent decide which school the student has to go. So student needs must be educational aims. Imagine the school children now and how they can appreciate education. They are doing what is told. They don't know what they want. The aim of the system must be to improve the quality of education for the benefit of each and every student and inculcate growth mindset. These two are very important. Growth mindset. And every student, we are not like in factory we say Six Sigma. Every product is important for us. It's not that one product passes the test. So it's not that one student is a rank student, no. We want the entire society to have a uniform education system. So every student and every student must be given the opportunity to improve. That's all. Next. So that's having observed, first principle is constancy. All the people should be constant here, so in their mindset. Adopt the new philosophy. What does this mean? The main thing is new teaching and learning strategies where success of every student is the goal. This is the challenge for the educationalists. We have students from different communities, different backgrounds, different sets of skills. But our goal is every student is important for us because ultimately society will pay a price. Next. Cease dependence on inspection to achieve quality disease. Agree? Don't inspect in the end. Do the continuous evaluation. So the main thing is, it always costs more to fix a problem than to prevent one. All of you agree on that? Fixing the problem is very costly. Prevention is better than. So, what are the preventive approaches the school can have? Accelerated school for fast track students. This is one idea we are suggesting. That there will be different categories of students. So don't even out now, like don't even out there. You have different. If somebody wants to grow faster, let him allow him to grow faster. Agree? So, and then parental involvement strategies. Parents have got a hold on the student. So how do we involve parents? RTI and RTE processes with respect to students' assessment. Recently in newspaper we have read, a student asked explain why I am failed. The school refused to give the feedback. So these are the future problems. They will say it's not like earlier days. Marks is given, you accept. You have to rationalize everything. Fine. And boards like NAC, NBA, SQA reports are yet to go deep into the process and inspection parameters. As the professor has shown, no, they are still in the formative stages. Next. End the practice of awarding business on the basis of price alone. We have got L1, L2, L3. Recently we have seen the defense ships have been compromised. The grades of steel itself has been compromised in shipbuilding yesterday. Correct? News site. If that is the mindset in our country, how do we invest on quality infrastructure in the schools? Pathetic. All of you agree? The sports equipments are pathetic. Correct? Students are left in the field to defend for themselves. Laboratories are not equipped properly. Textbooks are not proposed, are given on time. So many problems. So, the lowest quality syndrome must be overcome. And as in industry, vendor development is one of the things in industry, supply chain management. So, the schools should be having some sort of a common supplier, there no quality is guaranteed. It may lead to some other problem, but it's inevitable. The problem should be addressed. So, education is a service industry, not a product industry. In product, the best machine can produce the best output. But sometimes in the education we have seen, it's not only the money that matters, it is the commitment that matters. Even in corporation schools, good high quality students have been produced. Dedicated students have transformed, mediocre students, the achievers. So here, it's not imperative that you should flow more money, but somehow the system should be taken care to make it better. Next. Improve constantly in every activity of the organization. So this is a statement which can explain itself that there is no anomaly, he is superior, who is inferior. So how do we, all the stakeholders, government, boards, parents, teachers, students, support staff, imagine the problem on hand. All these people should be encouraged to contribute to the quality of the school. It's not only teacher, headmaster, something like that. Institute training on the job. It's always told that training is very important, but we feel that for schools, it means providing continuous professional development activities for all school administrators, teachers, including support staff. That means bottom up. Usually training is given to the top. Who is taking care of housekeeping? Who is taking care of canteen? Who is taking care of the transport? Because they are all becoming more and more important in the future coming days. Next. Institute leadership. So the question is that it is a system which has to improve. The primary task of leadership is to narrow the amount of variation within the system. So means removing the achievement gap for all population groups, a movement towards excellence and quality. So here I want to mention this RTE Act. This is going to become a major contributor to the evolving schooling system. So
You must have read today's paper about RTE, Hamburg food.
So it's 4 warranties, 4 armed. Our job in quality circle is we have to identify the problem first on hand. So this is one attempt to identify the problem so that QCFI can go further and dwelling this in a detailed fashion. We are giving a bird's eye view. Next.
QCFI has to input here.
Drive out fear. I don't think there's second opinion about this. Most of the students and the teachers withhold their suggestions because they may be snubbed. Universal, no? They hide the lacuna and tell all is goody goody. But who is paying the price? Low quality students patting our own back. At the end of the day, we see riffraff on the school, roads. They don't even know how to drive properly. That is the product of schooling. Now you can see, traffic nuisance. All because the discipline and all these things are not being properly explained to the students. But at the same time, we need their support also. Students have got a big role in improving the schooling environment. So the main thing is school teachers at all level need to communicate that staff and student suggestions are valued and rewarded. Again, suggestion schemes, Kaizen, all these things has to be tuned to the school environment. Because we have to understand their problems and customize these techniques of QCFI to the school, customize it to the school. Break down the barriers among the staff areas. Which subject is more important? Which teacher is more important? Who is the good teacher? Who is a bad teacher? Agree? So we always have conflicts, no? Science is better, arts is good, commerce is important, engineering is good. So at school level itself, there should not be silos of information. There should be cross-fertilization of staff. It can be in academics, and the professor has found out that even staff room there should be integration. Staff room is a place in a school where different subject teachers come and mingle. So there should be a good understanding among the staff room people so that they can appreciate each other. English professors should be able to appreciate the contribution of engineering person. It's not that engineers are only required, English professors are not. Next. Eliminate the slogans, exhaustions and targets that demand zero defects and new levels of productivity. If you keep on pushing the people with slogans, they may not value for a long time. Correct? Quality slogans, so many slogans are there. It will remain namesake. For decoration only it will be there. So, similar, but in colleges and schools, we are dealing with human beings. So, we can't say that slogans will not work. Sometimes a good slogan may be important for a student to grow in career. Correct? So, we should have the slogans in schools. This is one place where schools and industry can be on opposite direction. Because we need more motivators in schools than in industry. But how to use it is a challenge. Agree, sir? Everything has got a plus and a minus. So we should know how to balance both. Eliminate numerical quotas for the staff and goals for management. Is there anything surprise here? Who wants targets? Nobody wants targets. More so in education, because the teacher is the commander in the class. You can't interfere into a class and tell do like this, do like this. I know how my transaction is with the students. I am the all-powerful here. So don't tell me you should cover 2 hours of 10 pages in 2 hours. 40 pages in 3 hours. You can't give targets like that. I know how to balance and leave it to me how to grade. See, do you know the problem with grading and ranking? We go by ranks, first rank, second rank, third rank. It's demotivated actually. Correct? In schools, the conflict will come. First rank, second rank, third rank. So it's not.
Decimals need a lot of difference.
But from the school we have seen it gives a negative feedback to the non-achievers. So the the teachers should be given the liberty to set their own targets so that because they know the students. Management should not come out with some targets. That's what we mean by this. remove the barriers that rob the people of their pride in their work. So what are the barriers for pride, lack of pride, lack of involvement? Teachers must be involved in syllabus formation, correct? Examination systems, so many things.
No, we have seen lack of involvement in valuations. PUC valuation.
We are speaking from experience only, we are not telling something which you don't know, but we are putting in a framework. Poor information sharing, annual and merit rating, and supervisors who don't care. Biggest problem everywhere. Supervisor is the main culprit everywhere. But the other problems in especially Indian context we are talking now, teachers are loaded with census work, election work, low salary and heavy workload and long working hours. The teacher's job never ends. Correct, sir?
They also do teaching.
Really. They are also their customers.
They do all this, also do teaching.
Are they? Poor people. Now imagine the impact in the society when the concerned effort is not given here. How do you expect good quality output? Next. Institute a vigorous program for education and retraining everyone. Everybody gives this as a suggestion, but the problem we have seen is that there is no time to depute teachers for training. No, the syllabus is so vast, the activities are so tight, especially for science teachers. You can never allow them for improvement because there are no schedules. Even in colleges, when semester system is extremely difficult to depute anyone for training because one semester ends, another semester starts. In schools also they must be having this similar problem. Next.
Retraining is a question mark.
Put everyone in organizations to work to accomplish the transformation. So let the transformation is everybody's job, right from the board up to QCFI. That's why we have come here. Why we have come to QCFI is to solicit the support of QCFI.
And we expand the activities of QCFI to see that
Look at education also, don't be confined to Tatas and Birlas. Look at schools also. Because just now I talked to Jagdish Prasad, he said he is running about Jigani industrial area, soliciting customer. Why you should go to there? There are other places also where quality improvement is required. But for your eyes, only industry people are visible. Correct, sir?
Manjusri.
CFI is taking care of even in schools also.
We'll be happy.
He's approaching that also.
We'll be happy. Please. And
Fine.
join your hands.
Next. This brings us to the basic thing, it's a teamwork and data collection analysis is the next task. You may ask, having talked so much, what is your take? What we are telling is that everything would start with the data, as we say in any research, First job should be, to have a data of the, what is happening, how many students are there, what is their status, correct? We should benchmark properly, collect the data. There should be a place where systematic data collection happens because that only we get diagnostics. So it's a teamwork, so there should be a lot of cooperation from the schools as well as QCFI professionals. And then this opportunity, this is the last opportunity in front of all of us, present generation, who have got some interest in future generation. But unless you address schools, there is no point in trying to mold them when they come to industry. By that time, the damages would have been done extensively and you have to start again rebuilding the whole system. So the onus is on everyone, it's everybody's job. So we leave it at that. Because we have defined students as our customers, and as any customer, proof of pudding is eating. There should be joy of learning. Our task is to bring joy of learning, so that even after their education, formal education, lifelong learning should happen. The fact that all of you have come here post-retirement also is what? That no, some seeds have been sown long time back, which is giving even now the result. So, so we have to thank those people who have inculcated these habits. So now the joy of learning has to continue, and then only we have a satisfied customer. That is our submission to
Joy of working.
So the joy of learning, lifelong learning, how to make it. That's where my institution is also working in that direction. We have got a lot of good people, about 20-25 professors who come to give it back to the society, so that even senior people also require training. Agree?
Yes, definitely.
Especially with the evolving digital system, they also require training. So we are making, and I can confidently say that we require some autonomy to do all these things. We can't do it with constraints, with governmental constraints. And fortunately, that's why we are saying non-formal education. So we are trying to implement what all I have told. I can tell proudly that at Prudent Institute we are doing this. So that is one happy ending for this discussion. So, but my submission is Deshmukh should be supported because he has got schools under him. Higher education people will understand, but what about schools? School teachers, they are left in lurch. So this is one area I think we have to do the SWOT analysis, whether TQM can be, how to implement TQM in schools. I have taken the
Question and answer.
so this is our submission. Whatever thoughts are there, we are in a general way we have shared. But more technical things you can come up with suggestions.
Your thoughts are well taken and appreciated. Very happy to know that it is the eye opener to QCFI to look into the direction of education. And you would have consolidated or summing up all the points which is needed to spread to the schools or education systems. So that would have been quite. So please think over. I think I request to both of you to give some of the important points so that it can be published in our TCR, so that it can be distributed to so many other schools. So please give your recommendation. What is needed to enter into this?
What is we have to follow, we have to evolve certain things in this group now.
Yeah.
Therefore, this quality cycle, we have to discuss at least 1 or 2 or 3 parameters among those 14 points, the crucial 4 points among the 14.
So have you started with this one segregated to this government schools, middle schools, primary schools, etc. or government schools,
No, we are
middle,
continuously
this one, like our MSME business
Yeah.
of this one, micro, small, medium and higher this one